This is VOA News. I'm Marissa Melton. Members of the Democrat-dominated U.S. House of Representatives have approved a resolution condemning President Trump's comments, telling 4 female congresswomen of color to go back where they came from. The vote was 240 to 187. Before the vote, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi invoked the nation's founding fathers and called for solidarity.
And Thomas Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, having opposite views on other subjects, all emphasized that the nation gained as it attracted new people in search of freedom and livelihood for their families.
Trump tweeted on Sunday that the 4 Democratic lawmakers should go back to their countries and fix their homelands before they attack him and the United States. 3 of the 4 women were born in the United States, and the 4th, Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, was born in Somalia and immigrated to the United States. All 4 are U.S. citizens. President Trump says Iran cannot test ballistic missiles that the United States sees as vehicles to carry nuclear bombs. Trump made the comment while speaking with reporters Tuesday at the White House. He said he believes Iran must not develop a nuclear weapon or test ballistic missiles. A UN Security Council resolution that endorsed Iran's 2015 deal with world powers called upon, rather than obligated, Iran to refrain from testing missiles capable of carrying nuclear warheads. Tehran has long said its nuclear ambitions are peaceful and its missiles defensive in nature. The nuclear deal offered Tehran relief from international sanctions in return for constraining a nuclear program that Western powers fear could be used to make nuclear bombs. Trump withdrew the United States from the deal last year. You're listening to VOA News. The current Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo is affecting more children than normal. Lisa Schlein reports for VOA from Geneva.
The World Health Organization reports more than 2,500 cases of Ebola in eastern Congo, including nearly 1,670 deaths. The UN Children's Fund says about 750 of those cases are children. UNICEF spokeswoman Marixie Mercado says children under age 5 are especially hard hit.
The case fatality ratio, or the number of cases who die among this group of under 5s, is 77%. That's compared with 67% among the general population.
She says children who are separated from their parents or orphaned from Ebola need longer-term psychosocial care and support to help them get over their loss. Lisa Schlein for VOA News, Geneva.
President Donald Trump's nominee to be the next Secretary of Defense has slammed Turkey's acceptance of the Russian-made S-400 missile defense system. Secretary of the Army Mark Esper told members of the Senate Armed Services Committee during a hearing on Tuesday that Turkey's decision on the defense system is wrong and disappointing. Parts of the system were delivered last week. Turkey's decision puts Russian advanced radar technology into a key NATO alliance member, which Washington and its allies fear could compromise NATO military systems in Turkey. President Trump's move to effectively end asylum at the southern border of the United States are expected to take effect today. AP correspondent Mike Hemben reports.
The Trump administration's new rule would cover countless would-be refugees, many of whom are fleeing violence and poverty in Central America. Migrants who pass through another country on their way to the U.S. would not be eligible for asylum. The rule also applies to children who cross the border alone. Mexican Foreign Relations Secretary Marcelo Ebrard says his country does not agree with any measure that limits access to asylum. The new rule is certain to face legal challenges. Mike Hemp in Washington.
Pakistan said Tuesday its help in ongoing peace talks between the United States and the Taliban has led to a gradual warming up in Islamabad's turbulent relationship with Washington. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi made the remarks just days before Pakistan's prime minister is scheduled to visit Washington for his first meeting with Donald Trump. Qureshi said the prime minister's visit to the United States is aimed at seeking a broader bilateral engagement. He also acknowledged that the Afghan peace process will figure prominently at the White House meeting set for July 22nd. I'm Marissa Melton. You're listening to VOA News.